Hi, this is Shelly from Pool and Grain. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk briefly about selecting the right laying hens for your family, flock, and circumstances. We know now that you're going to raise layer hens versus meat birds. So what are we looking for in characteristics? Are we looking for a particular size of bird, particular color bird, and physical characteristics? Are we looking to select a type of laying hen that gives you a different color egg, different personality, or temperament? Do we need the type of bird that needs to get along with children and other pets? Or are you looking for quantity and quality of egg production? So be sure to do your research ahead of time. One of the greatest resources you have access to is the feed store staff. They're very knowledgeable about all kinds of different laying hens and can provide you with additional information understanding your personal circumstances. There's also some great catalogs out there, and the internet has some really wonderful resources as well. If you're choosing to purchase your laying chicks, baby chicks directly from the hatchery, be sure that the hatchery is an NPIP certified hatchery. This is the National Poultry Improvement Plan, just a gold standard for hatcheries to adhere to. Make sure you get your chicks home as quickly as possible and that you have your brooder area up and running and waiting for them. There are literally hundreds of types of laying hens to take in consideration. One of the things you're going to think about before selecting the type of birds you are purchasing is how much space do you have? Do you have an exercise area or a free range area? Are you looking for a smaller bird, something that's not going to take up very much space? You're going to lean more towards the bantams in this situation. Your heavier or medium-sized birds are going to take up the most amount of square footage. And remember to keep into consideration whether you have a large coop or what your area is for exercise. All right, so today let's talk specifically about some of our more popular breeds. Our white leghorn, she's going to lay you those white eggs that are very uniform in size and quality. She's a bit of a small bird and also leans towards being a little more flighty than some of the other breeds. Your Rhode Island Reds, they are your large bird that's very docile. She's going to produce brown eggs and is classified as one of the very best layers, both in terms of the length of time she will lay and the overall uniformity in her eggs. She is also classified as a dual-purpose bird, so if you're looking for a layer as well as a meat bird, she's a great choice. Moving on to the Plymouth Barred Rock, oftentimes just referred to as a barred rock. She too is a large breed and very friendly, great with families with young children and other pets. She too is a dual-purpose bird that's going to lay you brown eggs and is a very prolific layer. Now moving on to your speckled Sussex. She's a medium-sized bird. She's very calm. She's the type of bird who's going to lay you light brown to tinted eggs. She too is classified as a dual-purpose and is great if someone wants to show birds. She is a great choice for showing. She has beautiful physical characteristics. And here we have one of our most popular sought after laying hens, the Americana. She is a medium-sized bird that is very hardy and acclimated to the cold weather. She's going to lay you somewhere between a greenish to bluish type of egg. Her physical characteristics are going to vary the most in different colors. Then onto the Buff Orpington. She too is a large bird. She's very, very docile and friendly and a great choice for families. She's going to produce you brown eggs and is classified as an excellent laying bird. Now just to mention a couple of unique types of laying hens, we've got the Blue Silky Bantam. She's a small bird who lays brown eggs. She also has feathers on the top of her head, and her feathers are so soft that they almost feel like hair. And to finish up here with the white-crested black Polish Bantam, she is classified as a very small bird who lays small white eggs, and it almost looks like she has a top hat on top of her head. So as you can see, there's lots of choices here and lots of different characteristics to keep in mind as you're selecting the right birds for you. Here is an illustration of 3 types of eggs coming from 3 different laying hens. Starting up at the top here, this deep brown colored egg is from a Kookaburra. Moving clockwise, we have the white egg from the white leghorn. And finally, that greenish colored egg from an Americana. Again, don't forget to speak with your feed store staff while selecting the types of hens that are best for you and your circumstances. They are very knowledgeable and often will have a lot of information about the more exotic types of birds as well as the most common ones. Don't hesitate to reach out to your Pool and Grain feed specialist. They're here for you as well, and we appreciate your time and thanks for joining us today.